Hey y'all, it's Ryan. Hey y'all, it's Ryan, and today I am so excited because this is the 1 year anniversary of my posting my very first ever video to this YouTube channel. And now there are 27 total videos available. I really can't believe it. And if you've enjoyed any of these videos or just want to support science communication, then I'd ask you to share the channel with a few friends or on social media to spread the word, because I'm really excited about what's coming up in the next year. And this video overall is a little more personal than the other videos on my channel because I wanted to share a reflection on the last year and what I've learned, plus give a preview for new content coming this year. Let's start by reflecting on the past year. Okay, so back up to last summer, 2020. I was on bereavement leave from grad school after my dad died at the very beginning of the pandemic. And I was definitely struggling in all of the grief-related ways, not to mention the grief during pandemic-related ways. So my dad and I always connected over curiosity, and this YouTube channel was motivated by a combination of just craving that feeling or connection with him and seeing a lot of medical disinformation surrounding the pandemic. I was following incredible science communicators like Science Sam on Instagram and really appreciating the information she shared as well as the approachable way that she shared it. So I wanted to do something similar for health psychology. And you can see on my channel page that I actually created this YouTube channel on Father's Day last year and then posted my first video about how psychological stress can make us more vulnerable to infections like COVID a year ago today. Flash forward through the next year and there were some big moments. I got to reconnect with a friend from junior tennis, Serafina Nance, who's just doing incredible science communication work. I made some videos about my own papers and even worked with other graduate students to amplify their research. One place where I've struggled is getting up the nerve to ask more people. So that's a goal for me in this new year. I want to get more no's because that means I'm asking people more generally and pushing beyond my comfort zone, right? So I've seen this advice before and really appreciate the reframe that collecting no's or rejections really actually means that you're putting yourself out there, which can be scary. So that's one of my goals for the next year, and I'd invite you to join me in pushing outside of your comfort zone and asking for what you really want. Outside of my SciComm channel, I also defended my master's thesis in the last year after not so patiently waiting to finish data collection with delays due to COVID. So here's an example of my not so patient waiting. And here's a picture from when I actually did defend my thesis. I also submitted everything for PhD candidacy, had a meaningful first author paper published, and started collecting data for my dissertation. Because of the timing of my thesis in the pandemic though, I really felt like I hadn't checked any boxes or made any real progress, and that messed with my self-esteem and just confidence in the last year. So thoughts like, am I actually failing and no one's telling me until my defense? Or do I even belong in grad school? Is my not finishing my thesis a sign that I can't actually do this? A couple months ago, I remember filling out my end of year report and kind of just thinking about my strengths and weaknesses and really feeling all my weaknesses. And maybe it was actually a failing of mine that I didn't defend my thesis before the pandemic, but of course I didn't know what was coming. And I just share this because I don't think that these feelings are uncommon in grad school, and checking those boxes doesn't happen at the same time for everyone. So if you are feeling that way, just know that you're not alone in that experience and you'll make it through and have something to show for your hard work. And most likely everyone isn't saying what a failure you are, even if your internal voices might think they are. Okay, now let's move on to looking ahead to the new year. First, a small practical announcement. I'm going to be shifting from weekly SciComm videos, which became difficult to maintain by the end of this year, to new videos every 2 weeks, and I may make it every month depending on what this year holds. So it's important to me to share this and be transparent because I love making these videos, but they do take a lot of time. So I realized that I need to reduce the frequency for this year, specifically while I'm doing my dissertation. Second, and most exciting announcement that you're only seeing if you watch this video, is that in addition to these regular shorter SciComm videos, I'm teaming up with Dr. Nancy Weinberger to share monthly conversations between researchers and applied practitioners, which we're calling Sci-T. And I'm so unbelievably excited to share these conversations with y'all. We've been working on them for about 7 months now, and we'll be launching them in September, so in a couple weeks, so you can see them very soon. And just for fun, here's a preview of the incredible artwork that will be part of our intro. Alright y'all, that's all for today. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions about any of this process, and I'll be sure to respond. As always, be sure to like, subscribe, and share with your friends to support my channel.